The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago.
Wait, a group of people? What? When did that come from?
No, like, this was gone over. Like, the ultimate despair was multiple people.
Oh, you're saying it was, like, more than just one. Alright,
yeah,
right.
this was explained before. We thought Makuro Ikusaba was the ultimate despair. She was just part of the ultimate despair.
Alright, then who's the other member? Or members, or whatever.
I don't know.
We don't know.
That's the point. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world.
By the way, southeast is what you're looking for.
Okay, thanks. Well, I'm reading right now. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That sounds like a description from a 4Kids dub. I just want to say.
Yep.
That is the Mastermind's true identity.
Ooh.
Our enemy has finally been revealed.
That it was a group of people.
But right now,
we have to get out of this horrible place.
Expect me to quip a lot right now because I don't have a character.
Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
yeah, you're right.
Preferably V3.
Alright, I mean, don't you have the magic key? We have a way to open this door. Okay, we've had to talk to Kyoko like 5 times in a row. I don't think
Look at the rocket, see what she says about it.
Oh, damn, sorry. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any...
Oh, I just realized that key probably would not have opened the data center door.
Yeah, because the data center door had the special kind of lock.
Looked like a card key, honestly.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
And we should be able to use it on that door, right?
Okay, first, the rocket.
That's a rocket and a tank. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here.
Wait, is that like a military tank? That's what that is. To the right.
Oh God! I actually didn't notice that.
Did you guys not see that last time?
My mind was my
fuel
mind kind of blocked it out because I thought it was just like more trash. All right. Well, door. Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
Let's find out.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Click. A 3.
Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And
Really?
then-
Nothing? Just silence?
I got it, but I don't know why you said it.
I don't get it.
Because she said, let's
it's a
find
Tootsie
out,
Roll.
which is what the owl says before he does it.
The owl?
Oh. The Tootsie Roll commercial, man. Tootsie Roll Pop commercial.
I haven't exactly seen a lot of commercials lately.
Oh, that's an old one, man.
commercial.
I don't remember a lot of old commercials. I remember Mr. Clean, and that's about it.
This is the how many leaps did it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll commercial.
All I know of that is
Anyways.
that all I know from that is the Kirby animation. Zero.
Kirby? Oh.
Hey.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, it opened.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun.
How far had he fallen, anyways?
Presumably to a basement. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
He does despair. No. Oh wait, he can't hear us.
He can't read the chapter screen.
Rich, I write it.
After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface.
Upskirt.
That's a dangerous camera shot.
The shadows.
I know, but still. The ladder was
Them legs.
The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Doesn't look that cramped.
Yeah.
I had no...
Also, it occurs to me she is climbing that in heels.
Yeah.
And boot heels.
I had no idea we were so far down. Kyoko.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko.
You look like
I've never seen this before.
There's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
How long? Ever since I can remember.
Which probably isn't far.
I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Secret detectives.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort?
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Also, I love this. It's only for us. How can anyone even get in? Anyone can't. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
Sure.
Reconnect.
I wanted to kill him.
I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
I wanted to kill him. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about. There's something I want to say to him, though.
What?
No matter what it takes, I had to find him and tell him, face to face.
What is it?
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future. But he had no interest in detective work. The lazy lout. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell.
Were we climbing this whole time?
I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. Man, it's a long ladder. I'm still in a dream.
Snake eater.
Despair eater.
You know, we are getting closer to the cameras. Monokuma might have heard that.
I don't hear it. I think we're fine. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
Was she? I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by my father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of this shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But...
Oh, did I get all that?
Yeah, you did. You're fine. But your family, just cut him out like that.
Our only connection is through blood. Nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Though we could be. I'm sorry. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't know if you did or not. I was worried because everyone went silent.
We're silent because you're the only one talking.
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Looks like this is it.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. No, it's some other place. A building next door.
We're back. I mean, at that point, we've escaped, so...
Welcome to Despair Valley.
Remember the hatch on the door near the trash room?
On the
You mean
ground.
the ground?
On the ground. Fuck. hatch on the door. It's a cat door.
Remember that cat door? Makoto, I need to tell you, my real talent is I have the ultimate cat.
I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. Yeah. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch.
Oh, so that's why it took her so long.
The hatch opened with
She was unlocking the thingy.
The hatch opened with ease, and so...
Looks like we're back.
Wow, you're right, Kyoko. It looks like we're back.
I'm sorry. That's... Hey, I'm not the only one who did that.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's done that, trust me.
I think you've done it too, haven't you?
I've done it. Rido's done it.
And now I've done it.
Hooray!
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there.
Watch out for the cameras.
Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure we're already in a room that has a camera, so... You know. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Also, could you turn the favor again? Flip off the camera.
Holds up middle finger. What's this green door? What should we do now? Maybe I should talk. Oh, okay.
That's the door to exit the room.
Okay. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
You're worried?
Yeah, of course.
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
Huh?
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera, the one I flipped off. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry, what do you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind isn't the one that's ensnared.
Or is
the one that's ensnared. Whoops!
The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There was?
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us to go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still a little, no, super uneasy about this. But
Are you really?
We don't really have a choice, do we?
Monokuma should be in the gym. Possibly still in pieces. Let's get going. Don't forget, F1 is the menu.
Yep. Will it let me fast travel? Yep.
Where's Kyoko?
I mean, I imagine she's following us, but we don't need to talk to her. Oh, here we go. Hey, Rido, you can talk.
Hey, yeah, I gotta get back into his voice. Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko!
Whoa!
God damn it, Kyoko!
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
Well, before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
I lose. You! Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as a Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
But then Makoto chose to overlook my lie. But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you.
Jeez.
While you're silent.
Jeez, Kyoko, or jeez, Monokuma, you were really bad at this whole thing, apparently.
An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, into your previous execution machinery.
Alter ego.
The saintly computer program. Program? What?
Program. The program that's all about looking fabulous. The program.
Poggers. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it. Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makoto, you did. So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right?
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I'll guarantee off. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this.
I wouldn't have called it willingly, but...
Shush.
Ploddingly.
He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. Makoto, don't contradict me. He would have been gripped by the despair you love so much to inspire. You so love to inspire. I read that wrong. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
No. My readings!
Huh?
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would have assumed you killed him because what we said is exactly right. Despair can never kill hope. I'd bite my thumb at you. Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair, fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice. Was that meant to rhyme? Because it failed.
So, what is this advice of yours?
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow school regulations to ensure a fair trial. It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
Well, the word despair does make me climax.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Look, if I didn't say it right, I probably would have.
No, I wouldn't. He thinks this is serious enough that he's waiting for it.
A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Oh my god, the pun.
Barry.
Have you not noticed I've done that shit this whole game?
No!
Also, the regular Monokuma music is back.
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
Makoto's like, can you just execute me? I'd prefer that now.
I will slap you.
You'll explode.
Not you.
Because that's against the rules.
Not you. Does that mean you accept? By the way, that was me saying that she would smack Makoto for saying that.
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Say it. Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
Despair.
Let's have one final grisly showdown.
Didn't we make that joke near the beginning of the game?
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Rhino's made the despair joke at least once.
Oh yes, definitely.
He agreed! We still have a shot at this.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely fitting an end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
Oh, wow, that was a stretch.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. No, wait, no, koalas are marsupials. You fucker!
Isn't their full title Koala Bear?
But they're not
still
bears!
marsupials.
They're not... In fact, no, I don't think they are called koala bears. Hang on.
I know they're called koalas. My mom had a koala bear, which was a stuffed animal in the shape of a teddy bear.
Koala... Let me check koala bear. The koala, or inaccurately, koala bear, so says Wikipedia.
Well, Wikipedia can be edited, so...
Yeah, but Wikipedia is also moderated by a bunch of people, so Wikipedia can be edited in the same way that anyone can publish a book.
Didn't a bunch of Weird Al's fans once completely vandalize Atlanta Records page?
Focus.
Sorry. That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all that,
We'll all face execution right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're all excited we're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate Disberry reveal their own Disrose?
We don't need to do that anymore.
I know. I'm not giving Monokuma the victory. Let me say it one more time.
How dare you try and stifle my metaphorical robotic bear erection?
I'm sorry, but those are not 4 words that I ever thought would go together. Metaphorical robotic bear erection. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
That's what that thing in his belly is. Not a belly button. It's
No.
I'm kidding.
Well, now I can't unsee it.
Though it is for Sonic.
I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
But before we get started, I wanted to clarify one more thing.
No, you cannot raid my booze cabinet.
Do you remember the rule?
Which one?
When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
I remember that for sure. So what?
I heard the you there. I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement.
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Makuro...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak Academy since the killing game began... are those 16 students.
What?
Are you telling the truth?
Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone.
Okay, I'm going. Just...
What do you say?
Really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Oh, wow. I think you actually counted that one out.
No, I was just going on a loop for a bit.
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Before his record breaks again.
Okay.
I was joking!
I swear I've not seen this part before. I was doing it for a joke and it turns out it was true.
Monokuma's unstable, repeating laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. No, E, that's not how he sounds when he laughs!
Oh, that was terrible laughter.
And just like that, we were out of the gym.
Well, the door closed on him finally.
Door opens.
Oh, by the way. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm gonna just type it so you don't have to see it or hear it.
Okay. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if any enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
It's all because of the one moment that the Mastermind let down their... Like I said.
So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down? E.
I wasn't there to hear it myself. But you remember
Do you remember?
what the Mastermind said? They said that they hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life without...
Yeah, they definitely said that.
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe.
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull. Difficult, but not impossible. Somehow, the Mastermind was able to do it. But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other.
They wanted to show the world?
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world.
But why?
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a point? E.
The outside world has a name for the concepts folks speak, right? A certain concept.
You're talking about hope, right?
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair.
What?
Shoot, he can hear me, can't he?
They wanted to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from
Just say it.
depression.
Despair.
Despair, fine.
It'll make him let his guard down.
What is it, kick him in the dick?
Yes. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
I know how angry it must make you, and yet... The same motivation is what led to my revealing their weakness.
What?
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to... The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulation. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rule, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter. At least that's how those who were watching this would have seen it.
And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations.
Jesus! Sorry, that was just out of nowhere.
Junko broke their rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. You know what, on second thought, you should probably not kick him. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
But even that didn't work.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form. It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated.
But all of that was a hunch, right? You were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. I'm not the ultimate gambler. She's dead.
Good.
She said she wanted you.
What?
What? But it looks like I got it right. This time at least, I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief.
To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
Totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all.
Did I come across as nervous?
You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
Would you have been uneasy if she showed uneasiness?
Probably.
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time. Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing.
You're right. If we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what...
True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind.
How are you going to convince Byakuya? Or Toko?
We can do it without those two.
No, you can't. Work together with everyone. Is that really possible?
Huh?
Anyway, right now we have to go find the other. Oh, it's nighttime. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. There we go.
Well, alright.
Do you want to go buy some stuff first?
Are we gonna get any free time activities at all?
I don't know.
I
Are we, Rhino? Rhino?
I think he's looking it up. Rhino?
There we go. Discord froze for a second.
Are we getting any more free time stuff?
Yeah, fuck it. Let me check. What are we on? Chapter 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
then I'm not gonna.
Wait, why'd you go back into Hope's Peak Academy?
I was on my way to go to the store in case he said yes.